So before we officially begin, we want to welcome you all to the season finale of season 4 of the Sister Act. Now, season 4 na kami. We we have very special guests today, and actually, after mom and dad, they are the most requested
Okay, wait,
guests.
stop.
Guys,
When someone's talk, dude, when someone's talking, you have to listen. Back to the start.
okay, welcome. Take two. Welcome to the Sister Act. This is the season finale, and it's a very, very special episode to me and to Nica, I think, as well, right?
Sure.
Yeah, a
Yes.
lot of people have requested, many people have requested to get, no, seriously, a lot of people ask
So
for
many
you
people have
guys to
requested for
guest
you
on the
guys.
podcast.
Yeah.
And so since it is this is, I guess, I really hope that this could happen, but we only have two mics today. So we're gonna make it work, right? So let's introduce everybody first. My name is Bea, okay, and this is
And I
Nika.
am Nika.
We are the hosts of this podcast. But this is
Isa.
And this is.
I am the eldest of
Ay,
this
hindi pa
clan.
tapos.
So yun.
What's your favorite color, Isa?
My favorite color?
Yeah.
I'm not a child. I love all the colors now.
Wait, not yet.
I love green. That was my favorite color.
Okay,
Gaya,
okay.
Gaya ka.
Anyway, after Isa,
I'm Ella. Yes, I'm number 4, and my favorite color is green.
I'm Elijah, and I'm the last one.
The last of us.
Shades of red or purple.
okay, very good.
Shades.
Shades.
Para spectrum.
Wow. Alrighty.
Sige, we'll start from this.
Welcome to the Sister Act. We are here being hosted by...
no, we're now continuing. We changed our positions for better logistics.
But we have
for
never
you
been
guys.
able to change our birth order.
Live to you from Jersey City.
Okay, great. Remember, you used to drive a Yukon. Okay, this is exactly how I hoped that would go. Now, we are currently in Jersey City, and that's actually where Isa lives. And the reason why it's so hard for us to guess these people on a podcast is because we don't live in the same country anymore. So, really quickly, I guess pass the mic down. I will pass it to you also.
Wow.
How have you felt during this sibling reunion?
Mukhang iyak.
It's been a mix of emotions for sure. We had a surprise visit from Elijah the weekend that we got here, and it was truly a surprise. If you haven't seen the video, it's on TikTok. And also I am remembering, I really am remembering what it's like to have lived together again. You know, now that we're all together, and the dynamic we used to have as kids. Except now we're adults and we're a little more mature than we used to be when we were younger. Yeah.
Sana naman.
Sana naman, 'di ba? What
Mm.
about you, Isa?
Me?
Yeah.
I have no thoughts on the matter, actually. Yeah.
As our host for the SEA Games. For the Olympics.
No, it's been great. I think it's been really, really fun. I didn't think that I would come to this point in my life where it would be like, wow, we're yearning for a chance to be together again, like after 3 years. And I'm like, we grew up just in one house for such a long time. You don't ever think that you'll be apart, or countries apart even. So it's been really, really good for me. And I think it's probably making me want to think about how to encourage my kids to never leave me. And, and stay with me lang. And stay together always and stay very close. Yeah, because I'm seeing how wonderful it is to be together again.
Yeah, it's been great. Obviously, coming out of the pandemic, we weren't together already.
That's
Just
true.
everybody. So it's been longer than just like before I moved
Yeah.
or Isa moved. So we were all kind of isolated already and married. And Bea was pregnant in the pandemic and then all
I was
that.
pregnant.
But yeah, so it's just been great seeing everybody. Like last week when we were all in church together, I just like was thinking about during service how it was the first time we were in service together for the last like 6 or 7 years. Before like dad was preaching, and yeah, it just like made me cry a little bit and just reflecting on the moments like that we're having together, and excited to come back this weekend to be with everyone. So
Yeah, I'm really happy that we're all together because yeah, it feels actually like it's been longer than just like 3 years ago, and I feel like our dynamic is or I just feel like we're a lot closer now that we're older because we can talk to each other about more real stuff. Like when we were
The
younger,
stuff back then weren't real, Ella.
it was real naman, but it was no way. It was like, and yeah, like how Isa would say, like if you're grade 7 and you're grade 4, there's already like a big age difference.
Yeah.
And now that we're all kind of adults, ayun nga, like it feels different. Like I feel much closer. Even though like we're apart, I feel closer to you guys in the sense that I relate to you guys
Yeah.
much more.
Yeah.
And yeah, going to church together has been fun. And I have like this thing where I feel anticipatory sadness because like at night when the day is done, I'm like, oh, this trip is gonna end and I'll be sad. And I don't like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to
Yeah.
you.
And when Elijah brought up church, I immediately remembered, if you guys are just listening to us for the first time, our dad was a pastor for like 30 years. Like if you think about it, even when we would go to church, we wouldn't really be sitting in the main service together because our age gaps were so different. So Elijah would be in kids church, Isa would be leading, Ella would be, I don't know, diba? Parang hindi naman tayo magkakatabi in a
Yeah.
service. And so now going as adults and like even just processing the word of the Lord as adults is kind of funny and strange, but also amazing.
I think I'm also kind of in disbelief that we're all able to do this trip already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like before, when we went on a trip in 2022 as a family, that was such a far-fetched dream to be together, to visit you and to come to the States for the first time as a family. And then now like being able to do it like on our own is like weird. Like how are we able to do this na, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yun na nga.
I'm also thinking about what Ella said, that it's in this stage of our lives that we're finally able to somehow get closer and talk about life in a very, very, in a much more mature way. Like I think when I moved to New York and Elijah first came for one of his like summer breaks in college, I was very shocked. Elijah and I have a 13-year age gap. So for sure, I never really talked to you about what I was going through back then. Because when I was in college, you were in grade school, and I don't think you needed to know ano ba ang mga pinagdadaanan ko.
all I'm gonna
Diba?
say is she didn't talk about what she was going through, but she made the house go through a whole lot.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Well, anyway, so syempre, it's nice to be able to talk with your brother who seemed, so childish, or not naman childish. He was a child. To be fair naman, he wasn't immature. He was just in fact a child, and I was just much older. And now we're both adults, and we're both able to share a lot of life experiences together because we've both like studied in different countries, so it was fun. So yun lang naman.
Just kind of piggybacking off of what Isa said.
Piggybacking.
Naman talaga. Oh my gosh, Elijah, I had to try not say that word as well. But sinabi mo na. So,
Yeah, no, but
gagamitin ko na rin yan.
no, like she said, I have a 13-year age gap with Isa, and it's just like when I came here to the U.S., that's when Isa and I really started having real conversations and like, getting
to know each
closer.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like growing up, we only talked about like games, but it was all superficial, and like she was
Lol.
just like, "Oh, I have to spend time with my younger brother," which is fair.
Lol.
And yeah, and like I feel like that's the same for each and every one of them. As I've gotten older, I've just gotten closer to them. Dude, you hated me in high school.
And we
Yeah,
can
dude.
talk
She
about
would-
that
She
later.
would literally no. I'm just saying like it's the same for each and every one of them. I've gotten closer with them as I've gotten older. So yes, that is my input.
As we have established that we are doing a long distance relationship as siblings and we are
And
really
we
kind of
are.
navigating that now as adults, I want to bring it back to our childhood. I'm actually trying to remember probably the year that we were all still living in the same house because Isa and I moved out pretty early. Like how old were you when we moved out? I think I was 24 or 23. if you were like 27, basically
I
we moved
moved
out.
out.
You guys were still in high school.
I
Is
moved
that
out
correct?
multiple times though, because at one point I lived with our grandparents. Like,
Yes. No,
but like
that's
when
true.
I'd moved out several times now. Like
That's
then I
true.
also was in Nashville
And
1 year. So
yeah. And so
but together, you and I moved in an apartment together when you were 24 and when I was
yes.
26 going on 27.
That's true. You were always kind of like missing, no? Anyway,
Oh,
but if you think about it, oo,
missing?
nawawala
Grabe
siya.
naman.
No, but if you think about it, like you don't really ever know when all of a sudden the house is not going to be quote unquote complete.
Yeah.
You don't think about it, and it just happens one day, and then you look back and it's like, oh, wala na. Like my sisters grew up, and so I wanted to ask if you guys had a favorite. Not really. It's very hard to pinpoint one memory, but is there something like a season that you super always kind of look back on, or maybe that's the memory that sticks out the most with your siblings or with your parents? Like I can start. I think for me, I really cherished those trips to Malaysia, even if you were just super like you were a baby. So I know you don't have these memories in your mind right now, but those were a lot of fun because our cousins were there as well. But if you think about it, like those were basically the first that was the first time we were on a plane with mom and dad, right?
Mhm.
And it was such a foreign experience. We didn't travel. I heard something, I saw a reel on the internet. There's a difference between going on a vacation and staying in somebody's house for free. So we didn't exactly go on vacations. We stayed in people's like like hosted us, and it took a while before mom and dad could really like bring us on vacations. I know that you guys like we
Dami
have
natin eh.
madami tayo. Like even I know you guys can remember Hong Kong Disneyland. I wasn't even on that trip. You know what I mean? Because we were just so many. So I mean Malaysia was really really special, but I think also just Christmases like gathering around in LGV, our childhood home. Like I have just a lot of sound bites in my head of LGV gathering around the tree. So what about Unix?
I think my favorite memories of us are during Holy Week. Remember when we used to like
Yes.
bring the beds in the sala? Yeah, and then that would be the time that they would leave the air cons on the whole week, and that was such a treat. And I remember like stepping out into what do you call that, the lanai, and feel I could feel the heat, and I could feel like the cold air inside, and I'd be like, I have to cherish this cold air because we won't have this again, because we would make tipid with our air cons, diba? And another thing I really enjoyed was like going to the movies together,
Yeah.
and dad bringing his popcorn from the house.
Lol.
Yeah, like his his Tupperware of his own
Of
popcorn.
pepperoo.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
I don't remember dad bringing his own popcorn. I remember dad buying.
Yun lang. That is
You
the
lived in a
difference
different time
in
talaga.
our yes, in our may
Yeah.
budget na. Only nang budget nung time ni Elijah. Not
Okay.
only, semi-only. Semi-only. Mhm.
You is.
My favorite experiences. I think I enjoyed our our summers of like swimming.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I love that. I think I always enjoyed like getting to do like just getting to go out there, getting to like swim for hours and hours and just not be, not it's just that season in your life where you're just not worrying about anything and you're just all and then relaxing by the pool, eating chocolate croissants, and then just living life. And I did love preparing performances for mom and dad. I love that. Sorry na lang Elijah, wala ka sa performances. But yeah. Anyway, I personally loved setting up performances in place for dad and mom to critique and like clap for us, and it was fun.
Okay, Elijah wasn't part of the performances. But Malaysia, he was part. He was just a baby, right?
Malaysia,
Wait,
he was a baby.
he was a baby.
He had the most gifts. We
Yeah.
went for Christmas. He had the most gifts.
Okay, you guys finish and
He
then
had
I'll
the
give
most
another
gifts.
answer.
And Elijah would sometimes be there in performances. You would dress him up. No?
I don't know.
We also dressed you up.
We would make you dressed
Yeah.
me up. I did
Against
not
your will.
again I did not enjoy the performances ever.
That's why na nga, my favorite could be your traumatic experience pala.
Yeah.
Because we forced Ella to dress up and she
It was
did
our
not
favorite.
want to do this. And she did express herself and her disdain
And she was
for the
frowning the whole
practice.
time, but we were so happy. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm. But what's
I'm
your
sorry,
favorite,
Ella.
Belay?
I would say my favorite would be going to Matood with, like, I guess the beach house with sila Tito Arnel, Tita Rola, the Vismontes. I love going to the beach. But I think it's because I also love going to the beach. And in Matood kasi, it was like me, Elijah, Diego, and Juan. We would all, or we would just go into our different groups, mom, dad, and then you guys would be with sila Ate Krishna. We had our own, everyone was doing something and we were all like, happy. I also enjoyed yun nga, like swimming. But I think I actually remember swimming with Elijah more than you guys. I mean, I remember yeah, with I remember
I
staying with
wasn't. I was
Elijah.
probably playing tennis
I
already.
remember staying with Elijah more. Like mom would be at the gym and me and Elijah would kick it back and we would rule that swimming pool. Yeah, it was that was fun. Most of my, I think, yeah, I think I remember more of when I was with Elijah. I remember the unli popcorn or the semi unli popcorn with that. Not him bringing actually, but I do remember movie nights and I did love those.
Yeah. I think for me, just whenever we were all together, because you guys were pretty much gone. Um, so my first answer like came to my head was Easter, like when we would put the beds in like the middle of like the sitting areas. That was always fun. The movie, basically everything you guys said, but like the movies especially because like now I realize because like I love watching movies and shows now. Like even like roommate in college and then like Eric now, just like we love watching movies and stuff like. And I just realized that I got that from like when Dad would make us. Oh, we're gonna watch this movie tonight. It's so good. Like vivid memory was Dad. Like we put the bed in the TV room and then he made us all watch Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh
That
my
one,
gosh.
like
Yeah.
very vivid. Like and then we paused in the middle because it was so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then
Our love for movies is from Dad
yeah,
because he would make force us to watch these movies, whether we wanted to watch them or not.
Remember when he made us watch American Sniper or something like that? Do you remember that?
I do. My
And
ex
we
was
were
there. Yeah,
Huh?
American Sniper with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
My
And
ex
at
was
the
there.
end, like he opened the door and
Yeah.
and then I was like, why on earth would we watch this? And Dad was like, what a great film.
Okay, wait. So I sent you guys some questions, right? But we're gonna what do you call it? Magde-detour muna tayo kasi magfo-focus tayo kay Gajing. So obviously Elijah is the youngest of four very strong
I don't know about strong.
women. So all people are always like, "Oh, your brother's probably the favorite and your brother's probably like." People get that a lot all the we people say that to us all the time. And for me, we can all kind of like chime in. I don't know, I never felt annoyed about somebody saying that Elijah would be the favorite because we really were so excited when we found out that like Elijah was coming into
I
our
was not.
lives. FYI, we were all surprises. Mom and Dad never checked in the ultrasound like the gender. Walang gender reveal for Julius and Eileen for 1, 2, 3, 4, but for Elijah they wanted to make sure like is this a boy or a girl because I think they wanted to be mentally prepared. So my question for you Elijah is what was it like growing up with four girls? I don't think we've ever really asked you this question. Was it joyful? Was it hard? Was it be honest? What were the cool parts about it? Having four ates, like what were the tough parts about it? I know it's really tough to answer this, but go ahead and try.
The first word that pops into my head, like visually, I can see the word, just loud. Just very loud, lots of emotions going around. And I've picked up on these things. Like I am very loud and I am very emotional.
And emotional.
So I think obviously you guys have rubbed off on me in that way. But I mean that's just, I don't know, it's just the reality of it. I mean, this is a full house. As the last one, I feel like I was always trying to get elbows out so I could talk or something. And it still happens. I mean, I was trying to tell a story earlier at lunch and nobody was listening. I had to like say, please, please, please. Ella is listening most of the time.
I was listening too.
You weren't.
I was.
You weren't. You were listening to Isa talk. because Isa hijacked the conversation. Anyway, this is my turn.
It's Elijah's turn.
Yeah. Um,
He's speaking.
but I think, that's all the funny stuff. But I think growing up with four sisters has allowed me to be more in touch with my emotions in a more reflective way. Like I think about how I feel quite often, and we are all very verbal, so I articulate it as well. And I think that's how I like deal with situations. I talk to people often. I'm not very sit alone in like a room and like think about it. Or I don't do that. And if any of
Sobrang
my
kulit
friends
nito.
He's
if
like,
any of my friends watch this, they just know like whatever. If it happened 30 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, yeah. If it happened 30 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, I will find one of my friends. It doesn't matter who it is, and then I will tell them what happened and how it made me feel. Sometimes I'll FaceTime them at whatever point during the day or in the night or whatever. Um,
May sixth member dial.
yeah, but yeah, so I think that's one of the best things that I have gotten out of growing up with four sisters.
was it hard?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I know you're saying a lot of good things, but we want honest as well, and honest and
That is honest.
yeah,
Just
but
being
there's
honest.
another side to honesty.
I wouldn't. I mean,
Brutality, you mean?
Bae, you almost hit
I
me.
wouldn't. I mean,
Just let it be.
I
Just let
wouldn't
it fly
change
around.
anything. Or I wouldn't be like, I wish I had like a brother. I mean, like when I was younger, I was like, oh, I wish I had a brother. But like now, I'm just like,
You wish you had a brother when you were younger?
yeah. But I wouldn't change it for the world. Like I feel like I always tell people now that when I have a family, like I want my firstborn to be a girl.
Really? Stop it! Don't cry.
But yeah, no.
This is what
Yeah.
has all these experiences has made Elijah a potentially perfect boyfriend.
Yeah, perfect.
Kasi now look at him, he's able to express
if
his
you
emotions
send Elijah on
at
a
any
run,
given time.
He's single.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He will be the perfect boyfriend kasi he's learned to handle
alam niya
all
ang mga phase,
variants
luteal
of
phase.
crazy.
Oo, alam niya.
Okay?
Yeah, if you send him on a like if you send him on a grocery run, like if you have your period, like he's not grossed out by that. It's just like, okay, like somebody has their period. What's the big deal? Like, he was exposed to that early. It's very important. One day when you get married, it's it's gonna
Tama.
be very, very important. I think we all agree. If this maybe for you, Isa, do you want to share how you felt when you found out that we were gonna have like a fifth member? Because we were
I can share.
okay. So yeah.
I was I'm gonna be very real. I was not excited. I was excited when we found out you were a boy. But when I found out mom was pregnant, I was like, oh gosh, things are gonna get rough at home. Paano na kami? That's what I was like, nako, tipid kami ngayon, mas titipid pa kami. I really was. I was just like, nako, she can't even buy me the shoes I want. What more if there's another person? I was thinking about that. But then when I found out he was a boy, and then when he came into this world, I was like, oh my gosh, he's like the cutest thing in the world. And I was always making him giggle until he became a kid.
Yeah.
And then he was
Oh, dear
my
Lord.
nemesis.
The shift was crazy.
Nemesis.
One
Like,
day, he just
One day he just became so annoying.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand
he
him
went from
anymore.
cute to like so annoying.
And then the worst is like all my friends would be like, "Oh, your brother's so cute. Your brother's so cute." I'm like, "He's
No,
evil.
he's not.
He's evil.
He's not cute.
Don't fall for it."
Yeah.
okay.
Makulit lang, guys. Grabe naman. Evil talaga.
No, he was so hyper. He was like
Ay,
climbing
ay, ay.
walls, and he was like jumping, and he was like Spider-Man.
Mom was already pre-diagnosing him with ADHD.
Yeah. oh,
May ADHD to.
Yeah.
But wala.
Wala. Elijah. Okay.
Lol.
I'm getting excited because we're gonna go into
We're ramping up.
pros and cons of having lots of siblings. But before that, I think since we're talking about
Yung
Elijah,
pros, marami kayo. Yun.
yung con.
Madami kayo. Pros, ang dami nyo.
Teka lang.
Cons,
So-
ang dami nyo. That's the way.
okay, pros and cons.
Pro,
Oh, one pro.
in that segment
Pro.
Bro,
Me.
you can share. Con, you have to share.
Yun lang talaga.
I was gonna say
I
It's okay.
Go.
Take it
what?
away.
Go.
I think for you, Isa, because I think for you, you should start this off because you were the firstborn and you went through all seasons with mom and dad.
I
So, what do you think
remember when mom
about
and dad told us that they were gonna have another kid.
Which
Like,
one?
See Elijah nga. I remember you were crying, Bea, but I remember being excited.
Okay.
You were just like, ah! But I was just like, bakit siya umiiyak? Maybe
I was
because I was
thinking
kind of
about
Aloof.
in my own world
yes.
also. So for me it didn't matter as much. But I think what was pretty good for me was that when we did find out that you were a boy, Elijah, I think that it was good because I felt good for Ella because I was like, oh, well, at least, this baby will maybe just have like new things. Oh, sorry na lang, Ella. You had all the hand-me-downs talaga. It was really passed down. But Elijah got everything pretty new.
I did not like that.
Yeah, no one would naman. I
Cons.
wouldn't.
Hand me downs.
Yun lang. Um, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt fine being in a big family unless because I felt like I could distance myself naman like mentally when I needed to. I don't know about you guys, so yun lang naman.
Is it pros and cons?
It's
Yes.
anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever was on your mind.
Also, I don't remember being told that mom was pregnant. I don't remember any of that.
Wow.
Yeah. I just
Well,
wanna
how
share.
old were you? You were like 4.
Yeah, don't you have memories in your four? I don't
We were
remember.
gathered in our
Okay.
sala, and mom and dad told us as a family that
No, I
like
don't
she was
remember.
pregnant.
I don't remember this.
Yeah.
It was in mom and dad's room.
Okay, whatever. It was in a room.
Because I fell to the bed. I
So
remember.
we-
Oh,
We talk about, I mean, we're not like experts in birth order, but Nika and I believe we're like strong believers of birth order being like it influences your why are you laughing?
you don't have to be a strong believer. It's scientific.
No, some people because don't believe in birth order and
Science
like
is science, ano?
yeah, science is science. Bilog ang bola. So Nika and I 100% believe that birth order like affects
1,000 for me,
because
actually.
again, like Elijah, we were sharing, we have memories of dad making his own popcorn, and Elijah doesn't have these memories. Like something as simple as that, like where you like I guess lack for Isa and I was a real thing. We grew up knowing that we didn't have a hard childhood, but we knew that there wasn't a lot of like reserve, right? So, I mean, I guess I wanted to ask. We talked about Elijah. I do want to focus on Ella really quickly because I don't want to like brush through it because you were the baby for 5 years. Ano ba yung ano nyo?
5 years.
So, how did you feel with that shift? Because you are our baby girl.
Right.
But then all of a sudden, and you will always be our baby girl, but all of a sudden
Right.
you were not the baby anymore. Did
No,
that affect you at
no,
all?
honestly, I didn't feel like I don't know who told me this, but mom said that I was like jealous of Elijah. And I was like, I don't
Ella, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but I do remember you
No,
like
that's what-
scowling at the crib. Like,
No, but that's the
She
thing.
would, like-
No, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was so excited for Elijah because he was so cute. So I don't remember being like,
two can be true at the same time.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I don't remember like being upset that I wasn't the baby. I was super excited that Elijah was there. I was upset when he grew up.
Yeah.
So that's what I was upset about was when he grew up and when I would tell him to do something and he would like not listen. I was like, wait a minute. This isn't how things are run around here. When they tell me to do something, I just do it without question. And this guy's like, no, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, what? I have someone who's younger than me, but he's not working the way I'm working. So that's what annoyed me.
So what I'm getting from this is that when Elijah came in, that's when the problems came in. that's what I'm picking up, diba? Gets nyo ba?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't have a problem not being the baby
No,
anymore.
I didn't because they also always referred to us as the last two.
Two, yes.
They were always the two.
the two
And then
babies,
the three girls.
and then the three girls.
Always. So I don't know. I didn't feel that I still wasn't
Okay.
who I was.
So Isa and I were roommates. Nika and Ella were
Wait,
roommates.
I saw this thing on research says. Joke lang. It's just a TikTok reel.
Okay, if it's on TikTok, it must be true.
According to scientific research. No, basically the guy said that you no sibling has the same
Yes.
childhood.
I've
Yes,
seen this.
And I was like,
it's true. Yeah, no sibling has.
No sibling.
well, it felt
No sibling has the same set of parents as well.
Yeah, set of
Yes.
parents
Because the parents will always be
in
in
a
a
different
different
stage of life.
different stage of life, different economic situation, and also the temperament of each child will be different. So each parent approaches the child differently. So ganun lang.
I'm gonna say something bold, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I'm very happy that I was born like second. I've never felt like, you know how people are like, oh, I wish I had an older sister. I wish. Okay, see, I this I mean,
Thank God I was born last, dude.
okay. No, because I've never felt, you know, some people are like, I wanted to be like mahirap maging bunso or sana may kuya ako or sana, like people say that all the time. But I was happy in the role of ate, if that makes sense. I did get frustrated sometimes because Isa wasn't the traditional ate, like in you weren't the
she
tradition.
had her
Okay,
own world.
no, Isa was an ate in the like Isa would defend me,
Yeah.
Isa would protect me, but yeah, for sure. And Isa was there if she needed, like if I
She would
if
also snitch on her.
yes, oh my gosh, Isa's the sumbongera si Isa. But like
Mhm.
it's true. But if I needed to talk to Isa about something, she was there. But Isa was not the o tara lilibre kita, like that yung ganong ate, like oh, let's go to the mall and like buy something together. I'll buy something for you. You know how that's like an experience. Like that's me with Nika and Ella, like and Elijah. You know what I mean? Or but then I think even Isa, linilibre mo si Elijah, 'di ba?
Sometimes, yeah.
Linibre ka ba ni Isa?
I only ever remember getting treated by Isa twice or three times, but the third I can't remember. But two vivid ones. We
Okay.
went on a date in Edsashang and we watched the Lego movie. We watched that together. And then another time was we got ice cream at Regis. I don't remember when, but we have a selfie. But I just remember that those are
Yeah.
the two times that Isa and I kind of like went on a date. But again, like I just remember you not being in the house as much, and
Yeah.
then you. I mean, we would go do
Yeah, we
stuff,
would we
and like
would we would hang out.
that's
Yeah.
one of the pros of having four sisters. I got a lot of food, mga libre, mga oh I'm hungry, let's go.
Yeah, like there's always kind of somebody to, or I guess for me with Isa, it's Isa had the experience prior, like being a high schooler before me, or just like the basic things, or you know, going to college. Like I had somebody to talk to about that. So how did it feel for you being the firstborn, having to navigate the world, not even just like you know as an ate, but even just as a pastor's kid also, it's like all mixed up in there, you know what I mean? I felt like you were so, it was just such a solo experience for you. Now that I realize now as an old, like as an adult, na ang dami mong pinagdaanan that none of us can will ever be able to relate to.
Yeah. Yun lang.
Expound.
I don't know. Yeah, when you're the eldest, you don't have anyone, you're not you're not looking up and saying like who can help me. And plus our parents naman are more of the type na, figure it out. They just always told me like you're gonna have to figure it out. If you wanna if you're praying about doing an international, school, thing, figure it out. Because like I don't have time to do that. I am managing a house, I am managing, four other siblings, so figure it out. Like um I felt like I learned to think very quickly on my feet. I'm not saying that none of you guys do, but it's more of like, wala na talaga akong magagawa. Like every time I asked for something, dad would say, well, because our parents are always big on being fair.
Yeah.
So, and that always emphasizing on not having favorites, which I very much appreciated. That my, dad would say, if I get you this, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it for, three other people or four people if they want it, and I can't say no. So, kung gusto mo ito, magtrabaho ka. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess I have to figure it out. And that's kind of like the reality I grew up in. So I feel like it was good for me. It kind of it made an impact a very good impact on my life. But I feel like it's hardened me in certain ways. Like it's parang no offense guys but like when I see you guys like I'm just like it's good that you guys na nga have
Sarap ng
somebody.
buhay, ganon.
Yeah, sarap. No, I think when when we were younger, we didn't have the maturity also to see that our parents were working hard for each and every one of us, but that hard work had had effects in different stages na. So like it's not like they didn't want to provide for me the way they could for Elijah and Ella. It's just that at the time they were just in a different season. So it was hard for me when Elijah said when we asked saan mo gusto mag-burger and sabi niya Tender Bob's um Peninsula
Manila
Burger.
Peninsula.
Manila Peninsula Burger. And I was like, naghahati lang kami ng burger at saka Max Spaghetti ni Bea. May gulay. And Elijah was just like, okay, it's not
Yeah,
my
or he would
problem.
ask for like
And it's not dad
Starbucks.
and mom's fault. It's not like they didn't, if they wanted to, they would have given us naman a Peninsula Burger at the time kung kaya nila. But iba eh. So,
Kaya
but now that
bumabawi
I,
kami ngayon eh.
but now that,
Yan ang
but
ano,
now
life's
that
mission ko.
I am a parent myself, I'm like, they loved us and worked for us equally as hard, whatever they mean, all the seasons. So,
The love was equal, the finances were not.
yun lang talaga. No, but also it's just, and unfortunately talaga, when you are the eldest or the second, like the first, not to say naman, pero we are the, yeah, we're the testers talaga. Later on, mom and dad would say, I'd be like, you're not approaching that the same way, dad. Dad would be like, oh, anak. While we'd be on the roof together in college. Your mother and I have learned over the years that not everything has to be handled this way. I'm like, wow. Salamat. Salamat lang talaga. Dito mo pala natutunan sa kanila. I'm like, God, please help me.
I just want to say I remember the exact moment I said that. I was in the back of the car.
The
And
pen,
yeah, I was in the back of the car. Dad was all the way in the front driving, and then we're like, where should we go to lunch? And it was after church. I go, I want a burger from Manila Pan, and I remember like all of their heads look.
like turning.
Manila Pan! Oh, Elijah was a- That's all I wanted to say. Yeah.
I will say, mom gave me my love for Manila Pen because on one of my birthdays, she had helped me. She two times I had afternoon tea with my friends for my birthday. So that's also, she did her best to make moments for me and Bea. Not because she knew that she'd have more children, but she tried her very best to give us the best. So, yun lang talaga. You miss them, you live with them. Oh no, you live with them in the same country pa.
Going through your answer and listening to it, we were aware, right? Like we all do our best to make sure we're aware of the childhood you experience, right? And I think we learned that now. Like Ella and I, when we were walking here, she was talking about how lagi siyang naiiwan sa school, walang sumusundo sa kanya. Tayo rin naman, pero magkasama tayo. Apparently, Ella was alone. And then, like, mom and dad said that she would carpool with, like, some neighbor, but they never organized it. So it was just like, when Ella wasn't at dismissal time, iniiwan lang siya. Kawawa naman si Ella. But a question that I get a lot is, how are we so close knowing that it wasn't equal? Mom and dad tried to make it equal, but it's impossible, right? I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Elijah went to school in the US, and that's not an
And that
equal,
wasn't fair.
and that was not fair. It's not an equal opportunity. No, exactly.
No, I'm just
We're just joking.
joking.
So
Or am
and
I?
but when Elijah was about to leave for school, dad was so sweet to like sit us down and ask us if we were okay with this. When technically he didn't need
didn't
to
have
ask
to do
us. He didn't
that.
have to
Yeah.
ask us. That's his choice.
Yeah.
So knowing that we all had different experiences with our parents, and at the end of the day, when you're a kid, you want you want the attention and the love of your parents, right? Like the undivided attention. You crave it from your parents. So how do you think, why do you think we're all so close now? And that sibling rivalry, I mean, we do fight. Do not get us, like, you guys know, I think Nika and I are quite open with that we aren't perfect and we do argue. But at the end of the day, we always want to make sure we understand that we are on the same team. So I want to hear from you guys, since we're always yapping on this podcast. Why do you think we have such a strong bond as siblings?
Before they answer, I would like to answer.
Okay, gusto niyo sumagot.
Yes. I honestly think, I mean, we did grow up in a very confrontational house, and yes, we grew up confronting each other all the time, and again, there are pros and cons to that. But I think one of the reasons why we are close is that we weren't fighting just to fight. I think we were fighting to fix. We were always fighting to. We were always what?
Wow, galing. Deep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anyway, we were fighting to fix something. We weren't just like trying to attack each other. You know what I mean? Like whenever or the attack would come and then we would be like, "Okay, why are you
I don't know.
attacking
I
me this
definitely
way?"
like to push some buttons over
Okay.
here.
Definitely attacking Elijah for sure.
Yes, I know, but did we ever just walk away and not resolve it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh,
Nika,
guys.
I'm so sorry. When you said that, I was like, I completely disagree.
Okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
And that's okay.
Because
And
I'm
I
not attacking you.
yeah. And I understand where you're coming from and I hear
And I hear
you.
you. And it's
Okay.
Okay, go.
No, but that's a good point.
I just feel like that's how mom and dad were with us.
I just want to
You know
ask
what I mean? Like whenever wait, just stop swatting it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like with mom and dad, whenever we would come to them, they would always try to resolve it for us. And they were like, okay, this is where your sibling is coming from. This is where your sibling is coming from. What can we do here? Okay, now you have to apologize. You know what I mean? And I feel like because they I feel like because there was resolve with them, we would somehow like be able to talk about it after, you know, after our emotions had settled, or you know what I mean.
I was gonna say that.
Huh?
And to add to that, they didn't they wanted to hear both sides first. I think that's important. When we would come with an argument, they would like, okay, what happened? And then they'll assess. But okay, after Nika, Elijah.
No, I was gonna say just after you said that, I think that's where it comes from more, than like the fighting, we're fighting to fix. I feel like mom and dad were just very intentional about having us fix whatever we were, because we were definitely fighting to fight, especially you guys. One thousand
No,
percent.
not that's not what I mean. Like we were just fighting to fix things. I'm saying when we fought, we still had the intention like, okay, like now that you've brought that up, what are we gonna do about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm confused.
But your
now.
answer. But the question is, why do you think
Oh.
we're so close as siblings? What's your take?
I don't know, the grace of God.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the age gap is just so big. It doesn't
Makes
make
sense.
sense.
I think
to
we
a lot of
also
people.
communicated a lot growing up. You
No,
know?
I think for me, I think the reason why we've managed to be as close as we are is there was intention set in our parents' culture for gathering and being together. And I know people, I know that a lot of Filipino families do that. They gather, but like, um, we dad made it a point that we should be together on Sundays. We should like come home on Sundays. Like even when we were older, come home on Sundays. Let's be together,
No
even if we're not.
phones.
Yes, things like that. Like very small, but intentional steps for us to make sure that we face one another and we talk to each other, and somehow give life updates. And I think that really helped us especially when we were older, because dad and mom had to obviously like navigate all of the changes, like all of the different seasons. Like, okay, our kids are growing up, but how are we gonna, they're not all in one house anymore. Like, how are we gonna make this happen? And they would do that. And also, I think our family likes to celebrate. I think Vince and Tommy have said, um, why do you guys always say celebrate every time? Like it's a small thing. Yeah, it's because of dad. Dad would use the word celebrate every time it was like even a small thing, so that we could go out and make that small moment feel like something bigger for us. So we've learned to celebrate small moments as a family, And so that makes it easier when we want to come together for big moments like this. Diba?
Yeah.
Why are we so close?
or like, what do you think? Or
What do you feel has
I
helped us
think
stay
it's
close?
um I think it's because we're yappers. I think we just talk
Yeah,
so
that's what
much.
I'm
We
saying.
communicate so much. I think also, I forgot I talked to my a friend about this before, but I think one of the reasons why we're so close is also because we're girls, and we're girls who like again like we really talk to each other. Because my friend is like they're all boys, for example. She's not as close to her sibling. I guess guys don't talk as much,
Not this
but
one.
not this one. But because he grew up with us,
Yeah.
so I think mom and I don't know, we were just always talking to each other. We
Yeah.
never really, well, yeah, I guess you guys were always like talking and talking. We were very open with each other. So, ayun lang. I guess it would be that.
I think it's mom and dad too.
Yeah, there's
I think when they would discuss issues with us, they would ask us like, "Okay, what do you think about it?" And then what does this person think? And then they're like, "Okay." You know what I mean?
I want to let you know, mom and dad never had to ask me what I thought about it. I always told them. What do you I would just tell them that.
uh oh wait.
Yes, we
What
know.
did you say right before Isa said that?
I
'Cause
just said we were like when mom and dad would discuss issues with us, or when they're, let's say, like
Mm,
they had
I remember now.
something that they wanted to do, or like, I don't know, like when
Yeah.
when they had a goal. Okay, this is the goal, everybody. We want to do this. Okay, this is what we're going to do, and then everybody was kind of like on board
Yeah.
about it. I
I
don't
think
know.
I think with Ella saying like, yeah, you guys are girls and you guys are close and you talk more. I think I learned that more when I like went to Ateneo and stuff like that. And then even when I left for college, like just being around like guys all the time, like yeah, like my some of my friends in college, like it took a lot for me to not for me to open up, for them to open up, or it's just not normal. Like they'll be close in different ways, and then like obviously they can't share. And I feel like most people know that. But I think when you said like not me, I feel like also dad. Like I also know that dad is just also always talking
He's such
about
a
his
yapper.
day, or like I whenever I FaceTime mom, she's always telling me, "Your dad is calling me again about something that happened in the house." It's just like updating me on this
Yeah,
and then that
makwento
and then that.
siya.
So yeah, I think that's like not just like from but not just from like you guys that I get all of this from. Like I feel like I'm just very like dad in that sense as well. Um,
for me, I want to add, I think a reason why we are also so close is we are also proud of each other's accomplishments. Like we are so excited to cheer for each other. Like for whatever. I think it was good that they got us involved in different things because we were able to make it our own thing. Like I always share that I did want to sing growing up,
I
but
want to say that wasn't intentional. I
yeah,
think it just kind of like landed like,
happened.
oh, like this person is good at singing. And well, you
Yes.
know what? Nika plays tennis, but the ball isn't going in.
No,
So maybe
honestly, I think
let's.
it was intentional because they were trying to get Isa into sports and it wasn't
Yeah, I
working.
know. I'm saying they
Yeah.
tried it,
But
but
yeah.
it wasn't intentional because we couldn't. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Because we couldn't
yes.
be good at the
The
same
same.
thing.
Yeah. Well, no, but I remember having to go to, because Isa's a great singer and I can sing, but I can't sing like her. And I remember going to auditions when I was a kid, but I never felt jealous of Isa. And I don't know how mom and dad were able to cultivate that. That I didn't. I felt shy to sing after you, but I didn't feel like parang, you know what I mean? Like, oh, why is she like the focus of everything? And singing is such a big thing in Filipino culture. Like reunions, it's like sila talaga
Kanta
bida
ka, kanta
bida
ka.
sa saya, 'di ba? Like it's
favorite
yeah, and they don't like singing in you. Well, some do, but Isa's not the type that she will just sing in a family reunion. But like I found that so amazing that when we would have wins or Isa performed at a play at the age of 9, every single time I would want to watch her. I would want to see my sibling. I would want to celebrate in my siblings win. I can't say the same about Elijah's football matches because they were so mainit. And as a tennis player, okay, Elijah has some thoughts.
I was gonna say I very clearly remember like wait, you don't even know what I was about to say, bruh. I very clearly remember going to Isa's like the voice competition, like watching the stuff on the TV.
This is the voice.
Anyway, I remember dad taking me to UP and like seeing where you would practice. And then I remember you guys hitting, and then I was like the ball boy, whatever. And then they never brought me back, probably because it's being makulit. I remember going to Nika's dance competitions. Like it was a family thing. Like they would make us go, and it was like a whole thing. And I just remember being at those things and like really cheering for you guys. Ella, I don't think the track events were just like always different. I don't remember going to a
Ella
track
didn't
event.
want anyone to watch.
I only wait.
I didn't want to be a bother.
I remember when Dad would send the videos in like in the group chats like of Ella running. Like obviously all of us were like, "Whoa, Bella, Bella."
I've seen her run.
Like yeah, but like I don't really remember you guys going to my football games. Not
I
gonna
did.
lie.
I did, and I brought you. I drove you when I could drive
Yeah, but
already.
okay, like out of like the hundreds of like the games that I had, like even Dad, like he was like working, and like even Mom would never go. Like I just remember that. Like I don't really remember
And are you
family
okay
being
about
at my
that?
soccer match. I mean football. I'm okay. Isa, you wanted to say something.
I think it was also hard for mom and dad to watch. Not only, at least mom to um, watch your games because she didn't know what was happening. Okay, because I went
She would
to
cheer for the
watch and
wrong
she was like
team.
saying, "Go Elijah!" And I'm like, "It's not Elijah. He doesn't have the ball."
Yeah.
Elijah kicked na offside. Mom cheered. And I was like, "No, mom, we're not cheering. Offside siya." And she's like, "Yeah, go boys." And I'm like, "Mom, it's the wrong team ulit." And so, wala. Mahirap rin. At siya yung napapahiya habang nag-cheer siya. So, yeah,
She
it's kind
also
of
hates
hard.
the sun.
And she is allergic to the sun. Our mother is allergic to the sun.
Not literally, but she is.
I think she's allergic to the sun now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she would have if she understood it better.
But that's just me. Like I have great memories rejoicing in your wins, and I think that has carried over to adult life. And again, you somebody brought up dad wanting to celebrate everything. Like we still do that till now. Like we celebrate all the little things, and we, the little wins. And if somebody, and like now, like big life moves, you guys are here. Really, I think for me also, like celebrating a new life stage with me, and we want to make sure. Why are you laughing?
Nothing. I'm just thinking of dad.
Dad wanting
Yeah.
to celebrate
Yeah.
everything.
He didn't want to celebrate the when I was traveling a lot. He was like, ayos.
What did you say to dad when he was like, "Why you're always traveling?"
Yeah, I think I was 27 or 28, and this was the kind of like my peak travel in my 20s. I had gone to Korea, I had gone, to Singapore several times na. And yeah, I was just making my way
Enjoying.
downtown.
Yeah.
And dad, sat me down and was like, ayos, spending a lot of money on travel when you should be saving. And I was like, Dad, I have no husband, no dog, and
No
no
child.
children. So I can save money and travel too. I didn't have the number of children that you had at my age. So sorry na lang, Dad. Because he always kept telling me, I never did this when I was
Yes.
28.
Favorite ni Dad sabihin yan.
I never did this. And I was just like, yeah, because you had so many children. And
Dami
he would
niyang
be
anak.
like, ayos.
Ayos.
That's
I
all he
know.
could say, just
But I
ayos.
think he has actually gotten better in the beginning. Like again with you, he's learning from you that
Yeah.
oh, my children are gonna have different life experiences from me, and that's a good thing.
Yes.
Diba? That means I did a good job. Okay.
But he did lecture me a lot
He did
in
lecture.
the beginning.
Yun na nga, ikaw nga talaga yung nakakuha ng lahat. So, this is going a little long, but
Oh.
I could go on and on, but we don't have as much time as we want. So, I think I want to end with, do you guys have a nice lesson or a life lesson that any of us have taught you? Like, you know what I mean? From bouncing from anyone. It's going to be hard to answer
Yeah.
because there's five of us, but if anyone remembers something that somebody taught them, you can go ahead and share.
My lesson would be the last and be a boy after 4 girls, and you will get everything brand new and a lot of freebies talaga.
Lots of freebies.
That's my life lesson.
Yeah.
Elijah.
My
I don't
lesson
know.
is,
You will get your own room in the house. You will not have to bunk up.
yeah.
So be a boy in a house full of women and be the last. So
Yeah, my lesson is wag mo masyadong galingan kasi kung ikaw yung laging nalilibre, walang manglilibre sa'yo.
yes.
Yeah, totoo yan.
Yes.
That's coming from the heart. But really, does anybody want to start with the lessons?
Hmm. I think the lesson I had to learn the hard way was to not compare. Because again, ang dami namin, and um as we mentioned, we did not have the same opportunities, and we weren't given the same.
You had more.
No, tail end na siya ng paghihirap. Oo. Pa ano na siya, pag ano, pa-promised land na siya, pero ano pa rin siya,
I was an
40 years,
Israelite
yeah.
saying we must go back to Egypt.
Yeah.
It's getting too tough out
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I was in Egypt.
Yeah, siya yung Egypt
Yeah,
talaga,
you-
40 years.
Nagka-miracles na sa'yo eh.
Yeah, but you're invalidating me.
Ah, okay, sorry.
You're seen. Okay. But my
Kaya
question
nga
kasi was
lesson nga
lesson
eh.
from your sibling,
Lesson,
hindi
lesson.
lesson.
Yeah.
Okay, go, go, go.
My lesson from my sibling was not to compare, because you will become ungrateful.
Tama.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it for me. I'm a
Okay.
mommy.
Mama Sita, does anybody want to add?
I have a daughter.
Elijah,
he or she.
Ella?
You.
Lessons?
I'm still thinking of
Okay,
my
I think I
lesson.
have one, and I think this will probably be like something that I've been reflecting on a lot the past year, I guess. I think for me my lesson is to be ready to hear things that you don't want to hear. And I think with us being so confrontational, it gets pretty heated every now and then, and sometimes you don't want to hear what they have to say, and it's gonna be an ugly truth. And sometimes I hear the ugliest things about my personality and about, like my reflection. Like, you won't see it in the mirror, but your siblings will see it, trust me. Your siblings will let you know the ugly things that they see in you, and they will let you know, and it hurts. And I think that's something that I was really reflecting on earlier in this year. um we talked about it in a previous episode about like just me being a very sensitive, like easily irked person. And I think in theory I knew it, but there wasn't really anything within me that wanted to do anything to change it. And I think, having you guys, I guess, say it not harshly, but just like every now and then, you know what I mean? Like in individual talks, like, I'll have a talk with Ella, I'll have a talk with Elijah, Isa, and Nica, and it's like, it's the same message. You know what I mean? And so it's like, you're faced with, I guess they're all saying the same thing. It must be true. I can't just keep running to Nico and like yap about like, oh, but they're saying this about me. Like at one point, you're gonna have to accept that this is something that you have to change. And I think that's something that I appreciate, that you guys have the love and care to say it to my face, because when you love somebody, you want them to improve and you want them to change. And we've said very difficult things to each other, but it's with the heart of wanting to help that person. Like sometimes Nika has made comments on how I've like responded to Nico. Like maybe if I'm tired and I was, like I had a long day and I was really in my head about things, and I'm making an excuse now. Oh, I'm stressed. But Nico would be like, hey, I think you should like go back and like analyze the way you handle that situation. And it's not nice. It's not pretty. But I'm so thankful that my siblings care enough to go out of their way to do that. I guess like that's my lesson, that if it's the same message, then maybe you should like reflect on it. So there.
Amen. Sermon pa. This is a sermon from the Lord. Yeah, are you still thinking of your lesson? Hmm, there are a lot of lessons. I don't know which one to really focus on at the moment. But maybe a lesson for me is that I don't know how to say it in a way that I think it is to, yeah, I think it is to listen, because I feel like a lot of times I say to my siblings, pinagdaanan ko na kasi ito, so wag mo nang ulitin. Nagpakatanga na ako eh, so wag mo nang gawin yan. Because this will only end in the same, And it's hard for an older sibling to hold back and be like, oh, silly child, I have done this before. It will not end well. And, and sound like a know-it-all, which, but also to listen and realize that your sibling is going through something, and you need to listen, and you can tell them something, but you need to do it in a more, you need to package it differently also for each sibling, because we may be from the same family and we may have had the same parents, but each person hasn't, just can still receive it in a different way. And so that, I've learned that more so, especially now that I am married and my husband has um has a great way. Yeah, it's really a blessing to be married also to someone who is part of the family, but has also been, been able to see and see the dynamic between all of us, and see, the individual, the communication styles, and also help me, like, remind me of those things to help us stay close. Like, hey, I know you want to talk to your sister about this. Maybe say it this way so that they can receive it better. And it's helped me because that's how I feel like we've been able to communicate even better. So, yun lang. Listen and, change your style every now and then.
If I can add to that, I think another thing that I learned from us is that I think we need to know when we need to listen, to just listen, or to listen when to say something. I think
Yeah.
that's something we've, because sometimes you want to just go to your sibling to just like vomit, right? And just you're not in the headspace to receive anything, and you just want to say how you feel. But then there are times where you come to your sibling and you're like wanting something. And I think that's something I've learned, see, like when we come to each other, like, okay, do you want me to say something, or do you just want me to listen to you and then just let it be that? Yeah.
Something I learned from all of us.
Anything.
Something you picked up from someone, something,
Probably the how do you say this? Parang people can only be there for you um to the amount that you let them in. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah.
Like if you want someone to be there, you have to also like show up for them and be there for them when they need you. And also, if you want someone to like speak into your life, you have to talk to people about your life. Like I have a hard time because I opening up. And so like it's not something natural to me like it is to the four of them. So but at the same time, because it yeah, since it's not natural to me, but because I see how helpful it is to talk to like siblings or just your friends about stuff, like yun lang. Like I feel like you people can only meet you where you're at, or like at least like how much you show them. And you really, if you want community, if you want to be not feel lonely, or if you want to be helped and supported by others, you have to meet them where they're at. Yeah, so something like that.
Oh, I have one lesson that I've learned from Ella. Ella is the um the person sometimes who may speak the last, but there is very, very great impact when she speaks. I remember one time we were having a hot discussion one Sunday afternoon, and mom was trying to, not, this is not the greatest. We were clearly having an argument, a disagreement, and mom was trying to get everyone like, who agrees with what? And like, she was like, Ella, what do you say? Or asking, what say you? And like, Ella was like, no. And mom was like, speak,
Speak.
make a stand.
Make a stand.
And like, Ella, you said you didn't want to say anything. And you know what? I think Vince was there, and Vince was so amazed. Vince goes, it takes a lot to not want to just add your voice and insert yourself into every conversation, but to just listen. Because later, when you speak, you've had time
Yes.
to process what everyone's saying. You've had time to, and then you have time then and there to make a better decision, rather than, okay, I'm a fast decider, but sometimes mali na mali naman ako. And that's something I've learned from you. You don't have to speak first, and that's okay.
Wow.
And that's something I've learned over the years from you. So,
Wow.
ikaw na. Ang
Salamat.
galing mo lang, sis.
Actually, I just don't speak because I'm scared.
Well, yun lang. Akala ko kasi you were like biding your
Wisdom!
time
Joke
kasi.
lang, joke lang.
There's still wisdom in it.
Okay. For sure, for sure.
Well, one thing growing up is we definitely fought a lot.
Yun lang.
Everybody. There were different fighting circles, triangles, whatever shape you want to call it. Um, and I think,
Tawa-tawa ka dyan.
and this is like everybody in like different periods of time. Like there were different seasons where I was fighting with Nika more, or I was fighting with Ella
How can you
more.
say
I
that?
think it was Nika the most.
Everyone was
That's a
fighting with
no.
Nika.
That's
Nika was the center of it all, the
I
center
was
of chaos.
I was the least problematic.
Epicenter.
That's all I have to say.
Epidemic.
Magnitude
She was our
level.
COVID.
7.9.
it's all very mean. But
Sumusobra na kayo ah. Sumusobra na.
Uy, never ako nakipag-away
this is what I was saying when like remember kanina when I said nobody listens to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
remember. Oh, yeah, yeah. Anyway, see, nobody interrupted anybody else's stories.
No,
they
they
added.
were
They
no,
added.
they were she was interrupting me.
Oh, sorry.
And
Anyway,
invalidated me pa.
Anyway,
Hindi na pwede.
Sorry.
Go.
I think what I learned was, and that, like this is like from a lot of like fights that we've had growing up, whatever. It's like being right isn't always what's the best, and like I mean that's difficult for all of us to this day, and I think it's about not straining relationships, and obviously like we strained, we had rough patches, all of us growing up, but I think that's one thing like that I've learned from our family dynamic in general growing up. It's not always the best to be right, even if you have all the points, you're the most rational, most logical. And I'm not saying that to me, I'm just saying in general, in whatever situation it is, it's sometimes just not the best for the relationship. And like what Issa was saying, thinking about what you're gonna say, like what Ella does, or at certain times. So I think that's definitely something that I've been wanting to work on more as I've gotten older. Because respectfully, like I don't like once I have a family and stuff, like I don't want to fight as much as we did because we really did. That's just being very
Amen.
real. Just lots of fighting, and I think obviously that has brought us closer in a way, but then it's also just it has definitely made the dynamic more interesting
A little
and
dicey.
a little dicey. But
At any point in time, you don't know what's going to happen.
um, but yeah, and that's me being very honest. So I think that's something that I've learned from our dynamic, and I think that all of us are continuing to move towards being better at as we grow older and as we continue to just grow in our relationship with God and
Tama.
to treat each other lovingly more every day.
Amen.
And that's not just with us, but that's with people around us, people that we work with, people that we interact with on a daily basis. So, yeah.
Yep. I agree.
Before Bea ends, because I know you're gonna end it, and oh wow, ganda.
Boss Lady NYC.
All right. Anyway, before Bea ends it, because she will share what she needs to share, I want to say something I admire about you guys. I
Each one of us?
all of you collectively.
Okay. Sorry.
I
was
do-
about to be,
No, I
Nancy surprise.
I think something I admire about you guys is that every time something difficult happens, you guys always get back up. I think that's what I noticed about you guys is that no matter how yeah, I'm saying you guys because it's a little harder for me to get back up. You know what I mean?
thought I was saying me. Are you sure? I'm down.
No, what I'm saying is like you
I can't
just
get up. Oh, help me, help me. Help.
interruptions are being made during my admiration. What I'm saying is that you guys what I'm saying is that you guys really don't give up. No matter how difficult life is at the moment. Yes. No matter how difficult life is at the moment, no matter how slow it is for you to get back up, to walk again, to move forward. Why are you guys laughing?
We're listening.
You know, good.
Shut up, Ella.
I don't know why they were laughing. I'm listening.
No.
I don't remember what I'm saying anymore. End it.
We always get back up.
We always get back
So
up.
get
Yeah.
back up from this.
Kaya mo yan.
Don't give up, like you said.
Okay, what I'm saying is no matter how slow you guys are, even if it's like taking you forever to take another step forward, somehow you are still able to. And I really admire that about you guys.
But I can't take that step without you.
Wow.
Okay.
really quickly before we end. And I think this is another just lesson that I've learned from everybody, but also from mom and dad. I think when we do encounter difficult situations, I think what is the most important is that wherever we are with our relationship with God, whether it's we're turning away, kind of hiding, or just kind of just not being, walang signal. Um, I think a good thing is that everybody kind of does their best to redirect us back to, hey, you need to pray about this.
Yeah.
You need to think about this with a different perspective. And obviously that's something that we got from our mom and dad, and I'm very grateful that they would do that to us all the time, no matter how we were in our relationship with God. They would always
Whether we
do
wanted
that.
to hear it or
Exactly.
Yeah.
And which is what you said earlier as well, like whether we want to hear it or not, tough situations. And I think, mom and dad did that with each and every one of us in each and every season of our lives. Um, and that has poured into us. And as we get older, it's something that we do now. And I think that's obviously something that I want to do with my family, with my children, and just with whatever situation. So I think that's one of the most important life lessons that I've learned just growing up with everybody and growing up in the house that we did with mom and dad.
Does anyone want to add anything?
No,
I don't want
I
to add
think
because people will interrupt me.
no, I think I've never prayed for my siblings as much as I have now. I think back then,
I
you kind of
receive
just
it.
go, you kind of just go about life together. Yeah, but now being so far away from each other, like Bea, sure you're in the same country, but you're literally 5.5 hours away.
Yes.
You're still 5.5 hours away.
By plane.
Yeah, by plane. And Nika, Ella, you guys are
An ocean
even,
away.
yeah, you're an ocean away. And I find myself like
They were
now,
an ocean away.
I think the only way that I feel I make an impact is when Vince and I just pray for you guys, and we pray that God is continuing to surround you, because like surround you with people that will help you grow in your walk with God. Because like um it's different. I had a full house even in my in my formative years, and even my guys. I had all of you guys, and I knew mom and dad were always there. But like it's just a different season, and that's how I find myself. That's what I feel now is the impact that I can make. It's not just talking to each other and making you kamusta, but it's praying for one another has been, I think, one of the rewarding parts of like our time together. Yeah, yun lang naman.
Okay. On behalf of the Sister Act and our fashion project, no, I just want to say thank you guys for doing this. I know that we're yappers, but it took, we had the kids are watching something. Like it's like a whole production to do this. So we just want to say thank you. Like this podcast means a lot to Nika and I, and we know that okay, I don't want to cry because we made it through the entire podcast without crying.
I was already there.
Gonna
Yeah.
You're gonna cry now. But I just want to say thank you.
She's looking out the window.
We can see you through the glass.
It's been hard for us. No, I just
I can't cry as much as
no.
these two.
This was really nice because for
Oh,
that's so gross.
Elijah, did you kill it?
No, he didn't.
Grabe naman.
No, this was really nice because this is kind of like a form of work to me, and I've never had you guys like, I don't know. It was very nice. I don't know. It's to kind of like experience this with you guys.
I can't cry so much these days with like family stuff. Bea says I cried all my tears during my rage days
Yeah,
in high school.
emotion. No, it
So
was
Bea's like, Lisa doesn't cry much these days.
yeah.
I'm
No,
just
it,
like, I
like
can't.
the podcast means a lot to Nika and I, and it's raw and it's kind of like finding its way through, but I knew that we knew we wanted to get you guys, and we didn't know that if it was ever going to happen because we haven't been in the same venue for years. And so to be able to do this, it's like we'll always have our thoughts
Yeah.
in this episode, like forever.
Yeah, it's
You
actually
know what I
why I wanted
mean?
to do that. It's like a time
It's like a
capsule.
time capsule of where we are in this, you know, a
Is
time
there a fly?
capsule. Yeah, I'm so frustrated.
This fly will be in
Look
the
at this
time capsule,
baby. I know.
guys.
Look at the baby
This
judging
fly
us.
will be in the time
So
capsule.
I want to say thank you. I love you guys so much, and I thank you all. You guys have been there for me
We have had no
tremendously.
choice, Bea.
I know.
You guys have been there for me. Wala po kaming
I know,
choice.
but you
When you were
guys.
born, I was just like, oh, there she is. She's here. Oh, there's another one. Oh, and another. Oh, meron pang pahabol.
No, you
Ang
guys know
dami
why
niyo.
I'm extra emotional
Yeah.
these days.
These days,
So
I really gotta know
yes.
who's above me. The reason just joke, sorry.
You can sing.
But yeah, Nika, do you have anything to say as we close?
No, please, no more.
We are very, very grateful that you had us on this podcast. And I think I don't say this enough to you, Bea, but and Nika, but I am very proud of both of you. I'm proud of what you guys do.
it from your own mom.
You
Nika
have to
has been
stop.
craving these words from Isa. One more time.
I just wanted affirmation to
One more
know.
stop.
Isa pa Isa.
You need to stop. I am proud of you guys. I'm proud of you, Nika, and I'm proud of you, Bea. Okay? You need to stop. You need to stop. And I'm proud. I can't believe na, wow, season 4 na pala to ah.
I think we're season 3 pa lang, babe.
Ako ang nag-edit nito. Season 4 na po
Okay,
tayo.
confused
Sure?
po sila kung anong
Because-
season sila. The
Because
seasons are
Dad
merging into each
was
other.
the last, and then mom and dad were the last. Then this is our other last.
Our other
No,
last.
We ended the season 3 na.
Oh,
We
right.
started season 4 in Portland, Nika.
Right. Thank you, Bea.
If I said I was proud of them, they wouldn't cry. They would just look at me like this.
That's nice, Elijah.
We're proud of you,
We're so
Elijah.
We are so proud of you,
We are
Elijah.
proud
No,
of you.
seriously, I'm so proud of you.
We're proud of you, Gajing.
No, but
We're also very proud of the sister act.
the sisters.
Because it's all an act.
It's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
We just want to say thank you for listening to us. If you did listen,
Isa ang nag-break sa'yo.
Galing.
thank you. Napaka-wild ito.
That was so pleasant.
See you all in the next season.
See you
Goodbye.
all in the next season. Goodbye.
Would you guys be willing to guest on Zoom?
I mean, sure.
Individually, yes.
Yeah,
No,
that'd be-
I need my squad to keep me
Yeah.
safe. No joke. lang. Yeah, yeah, sure. Whatever.
I think to keep
Call a friend, ganon.
Zoom
Name
lang.
lang.
If to keep
Phone a
thi-
friend.
to keep this special, I think we need it to be more of a
Don't
every
worry.
now and then.
Don't worry. Next time we do this, we're gonna have equipment na.
Yeah.
Next time,
Hindi
we
na
will,
siya low
when
budget.
Elijah has his special someone, we'll be interviewing na like,
Back
oh,
it-
how are
back it
how
up.
have how have all of our collective, teachings as
Pwede ba ako
women
muna?
impacted his relationship and prepared him for
Yeah,
this
he's
moment in
gonna
time.
give us a live update.
Yeah.
You know, I think also one of the reasons why it's so hard, like, nothing. Never.
We're listening
No,
and we're not
no,
interrupting.
no, what I'm saying, like, the standard of a man is like,
Pumunta
we
siya
have,
dyan.
no, because you're saying about Elijah, like, what you're taking into the relationship having 4 sisters, right? But us having
Si Reb
two
Reb.
two very emotionally, in tune men in our lives, parang that's really like the standard. Gets mo ba?
I know what you're saying.
Yung parang pwede
She's
mo
saying-
ma-articulate yung
yeah.
emotions mo, hindi yung parang,
we have
yeah,
two
like,
emotionally intact like men in our
they're
like,
not intact.
Well, Isa was already married before I became a conscious human being, like an adult.
No,
you
but
know
what
I mean?
I'm just saying is like
But I know
they're
what you mean. Yeah.
they're in touch with their emotions and they're able to verbalize what they're feeling.
and not a lot
When
of-
Elijah talked to me in New York and then these past 3
I
years,
thought they said
that's when I
goodbye.
formalized his Jedi training. Yes. And he became a Jedi Knight na talaga.
Anyway, we want to say thank you
A double.
for listening.
Elijah won't dance with us. So
You guys should message him.
yeah, message him.
But
Message
you
him.
can't because he's private.
He's private.
Okay. Well, keep requesting for him
To
to
open
get
up.
on a dance with us.
Yeah.
Maybe one day he'll break too.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. I'm so proud of you guys. It was
Only
very
dances on the top.
profound.